Okay, so for the next cards, I'm going to actually do them together in one video, and that is the moon and the sun. And I just think that these are another one of the cards that kind of go together as a pair. The moon is, sort of in this sort of like darker energy, obviously, and then the sun is in the light. So I like how they sort of they come, so we have the star, the moon, and the sun. So those are all very celestial type cards. And the keywords that I use for the moon are reflect or reflection, obscure, and subconscious. So in this painting, I chose this moon card specifically because, we see the little moon up here at the corner. And then we see this person here on the bridge, but we see his or her reflection in the water. So that very much kind of spoke to me for the moon energy, in that the moon does not emit its own light. The moon only reflects the light from the sun. So I liked how it sort of had that aspect of reflection in this painting. And also that, that water is kind of like murky, and it's sort of like that subconscious, things that are hidden, things that we don't really see very well because it's dark outside. So things are not very clear. And there might be things underneath the surface that are not readily available to us in a sort of conscious type of way. And then next comes the sun, where everything is revealed, right? The sun comes up the next morning and it shines its light so brightly on all of the things that we were not able to see during the night. So the sun card, my keywords are source, expose or exposure, and authentic, which basically, we know the sun for us here on Earth, the sun is the source of all of our energy. So I chose that keyword in that we can use it in different ways. Like in a reading, if we want to take it down to just a more like mundane level, if the sun card comes up, we can use the keyword of source as, for instance, what is the source of the problem? What is at the source of the issue, right? So that's kind of how I thought of using my keywords as well on a more like day-to-day level, because sometimes I know the sun is a very good, happy, positive card, but it also is the source of our survival, right? And I think that the sun is also, I use the word authentic. The sun is very authentically itself. It is the sun. It just radiates fire and light. That is what it does. It doesn't do anything else. It doesn't know how to do anything else. It's very authentic in what it is. So I just thought that I kind of wanted to think outside of the box a little bit as far as the sun goes for the keywords. The painting, I think, is gorgeous and beautiful, but this one was a little bit more of, I got a little bit more creative with the sun card as far as the keywords go. I tried to, I sort of really thought about, okay, what does the sun card mean for me when it comes up? Other than, oh, bright, shiny, happy. Like that doesn't, sometimes that's really kind of hard to interpret for a reading, right? So I try to think of some words that would create more guidance in a way. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty much, oh, and also the sun, the other word I used is expose or exposure, which I kind of said how, after we kind of go through this period of the moon, when the light is shown on something, it becomes exposed, right? So now we see it for what it actually is. And that for me is kind of why these cards go together. And then vice versa, if we switch them, let's just try this. If we switch the order, right, this could be the moon is, you know, casting a shadow on something that we thought it was a certain way, but it turns out that it's actually not how we thought it was, which could be this kind of moon energy of sort of like confusion and sort of obscured, right? So if the sun comes before or after in these two cards, that would kind of, you know, that would kind of read differently if you were to pull these cards in a reading. So anyways, those are my sun and moon cards in the Pensive Path Tarot. And the next card that we will do is the Judgment. So I will see you over there.